Hi there, it's me, Jordan Van Haslo. Welcome to Jordan Van Haslo and Friends live on Hot 702.5 FM Las Vegas. Let's get on with the show. I am here today with a brand new friend, fantastic singer, musician, natural product specialist, and all-around diva, Habaka KFJ. Hello, Habaka.
Hello, Jordan. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me today.
I certainly appreciate you having me on here today. It's certainly an honor for me as well. And I know, yes, I have a new friend as well. It's so exciting when you meet new friends.
Absolutely. I remember when I saw you at rehearsal the other day. I'll tell you all in Radio Land about what we were rehearsing. But we were looking at each other and we're like, okay, we've met before, but where? And I couldn't remember if it was at the Rio. But I think you were right. I do believe it was at the dispensary at one of Lisa Gay's. Was she doing it weekly or monthly?
I think she was doing a monthly, and I believe that was like maybe my first or second time there.
Okay, yeah, I think. I'm sorry, go for it.
And it was just so wonderful.
Yeah, that's a really great space. You know, I keep saying I'm new to Vegas, but I guess, like, when I look at the calendar, it's like, I guess I've been in and out of Vegas for like about a year now, so I don't know how long I can keep playing the "I'm new here" card. But I remember the first time I went into the dispensary, I thought, "Wow, this place is like awesome." It's like it's kind of what I imagine like old Vegas to be, because it's like stuck in time, and it has that floor to floor carpeting, and you almost feel like you're like in someone's, like at a party in someone's basement.
Exactly. And the very first time I went to the dispensary, I was like, oh, this is, like you said, it was like I felt like I was in someone's basement in the party, and the lights were really dim, and I tell you what, those hamburgers are incredible.
Yeah, they are. Oh my goodness. Have they reopened? I know they're not doing live music, but have they reopened for food and such?
I believe they have opened up for you can pick it up.
Oh, okay. So for ticket to go. Yeah, because I can imagine it's going to be challenging for places like that, because it's so small and so intimate that even like,
exactly.
If you don't, if you're not up to full capacity, it's like you're going to have like maybe 20 people in the room on four corners. So I can imagine.
Exactly.
So,
I know. I cannot wait until all of this is over.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. It's really sad. So like, I was here for I'm sure my listeners are sick of me telling this story, but I end up telling this story like every time I have a conversation about Vegas. But I was here doing the show, and then we closed and quarantine happened, and I was stuck here in Vegas for, I don't know, 3 months. And then, when everyone was like, we're opening now, I'm like, well, I'm leaving now because I don't know what's going to be flying into town. And so coming back, I just got back this week, and it's my first time. I've been doing the show remotely, and it's so I'm just now, really getting back into the studio, and it just kind of sort of hurt my heart a bit because, I went down to the Strip when shutdown happened, and that was like really eerie because everything was closed and no one's around, but now everything's, sort of reopened, and I was walking down Las Vegas Boulevard yesterday, and it was just so sad because it's still the energy hasn't come back, and a lot of the people haven't come back. And granted, you don't necessarily want people standing shoulder to shoulder yet, right? Because of where we are as far as like a vaccine and all of that. But it just kind of made me sad because this is such a fabulous city, and the energy of this city is so wonderful, and I cannot wait until it gets back to that place where everything feels like it's on 10 again,
Yes, I understand. And I have not been courageous enough to venture to the Strip yet, but I probably will venture there soon. I mean, I have a couple of friends coming into town over the weekend, And I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that they are coming into town. But they're coming. And they're coming. Is my girlfriend. I haven't seen her in so many years. And her and her husband, they're coming here for a mini short vacation. So I'm going to have to go see them. But I was trying to figure it out. I was like, maybe I'll just have them come see me.
Exactly. You're like, and on the first day, immediately from the airport, and we'll stand in the front yard 6 feet apart and wave at each other.
And wave at each other, because I am telling you, I am just, I just don't feel comfortable. I really don't. And when I spoke to her this morning, I told her the same thing. I was like, oh, well, you're going to come and see me, right? She's, oh, yeah, we're going to come and see you. And I'm like, okay.
You're like, oh.
Because I was saying to myself, honey, I don't know if I can get to the Strip. That's going to be a challenge for me. I mean, I want to, but then again, I don't, you know?
Totally. I understand wholeheartedly, because I was actually speaking, a friend of mine yesterday told me that his father came down with COVID, and I'm thinking, gosh, it's like, my thing is, like, I've avoided it this long. I'm not trying to, like, put myself in any position to, like, remotely even come in contact with it. Yeah, totally.
But it's really sad. It's really sad.
It's very sad. So let's talk about some happy things. Habaka. Let's talk about happy things. So you are a music maven. You were born in the music city of Nashville, Tennessee, and now you live in the music city of Las Vegas, Nevada. How long have you been here in Vegas?
Well, you know what? Actually, I have been in Vegas about 6 years now.
Okay.
However, I wasn't, I was here, but I wasn't here because I came here via Italy, and I lived in Italy 22 years. And I came here because my father got ill. And then, like I said, I stayed here, but I wasn't really in contact with any people. I didn't really know anyone. I was really new. And so I still call myself new after 6 years because I really don't know a lot of people, because I'm always gone before all of this happened. And I normally would, travel back and forth to Europe, and I would probably, stay there about 6 or 7 months, and then I would come back here. And then when I decided that I wanted to really, plant my feet on solid ground here back home in the U.S., I said, well, the only way I'm going to be able to, connect with people and get my name known, because like I said, I've lived in Italy 22 years. So I was like, I'm going to have to stay put
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to, for a minute, so that people can get to know me. And so now I have been in Vegas now, where people, some people are my name is starting to get a little buzz. And so I guess it's been about 2 years since, people.
And then you were like, really, like, I'm here. Well, what I do find about Vegas, because now I've been here, in and out, because of primarily because of COVID. But I've been here for about a year, and what I find more than any place that I've ever lived, it's really easy to get to know people here. People are so social in a way that I've never experienced anywhere before. I mean, I remember just by the time COVID happened, I had only been here for 3 months, and all of a sudden, like, I had all these people connected to on Facebook, and someone would send me, someone I met would send me a Facebook invite, and I'm like, how? I've only been here for a few months. How the hell do we have like 50 people in common?
I know it, right? And that's funny that you say that, because that's how it started happening to me, because of course I had a lot of people on Facebook, but not from Vegas.
Right.
I didn't really know people. And then I look up, and like you said, people would ask to friend me. And then I would look up, and it would say, like you said, you have like 50 people in common. I'm like, how is that? You don't even know me. But I found that, I found that people, when they follow you, then they start following all of your friends. And it's like, oh, okay. So now we all have 50 friends in common. I'm like, okay, wonderful. And it's like, oh, okay. And it really is a small town.
It very much
The
is.
city is small. It's very small. And I didn't realize that it was so small.
Mm-hmm.
But it is. It's tiny.
Mm-hmm. And everybody knows everybody, and everybody goes to each other's shows, and everybody.
Yes.
I think
everyone knows everyone.
I
I
think.
tell you, I was shocked when I received the award, the Black Music Award for the best jazz vocalist in Las Vegas, which of course I'm honored because, like I said, I hadn't been here that long.
Yeah.
And it was just really great. I was like, oh my God, really? I was in Italy at the time, but it was just such a great feeling to.
Did you
that.
film an acceptance speech? I wish I was there with you all, but it's such an honor.
Well, you know what happened? I found out that I was nominated while I was in Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on tour, and it just so happened that I was returning back maybe like 3 days just before the ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was back in time to go to the ceremonies, and I was exhausted and everything, but I was there, and it's so funny because when they called my name that I had won, I was not in the room. I was in the green room.
You're pulling what's her name? Renee Zellweger. Didn't that happen to her like at the Oscars or something? Where she was like in the bathroom. God knows what.
Is that not crazy? That is so crazy. And I mean, I was like, what? They called my name because I'm in the green room waiting because I was supposed to be performing as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was so many people there. And so I was in the green room waiting for my name to be called to go out to perform. And so I did not hear them when they, called me, but I ended up giving my little speech in the green room, in the back. And so I do have a little video of that great moment. And someone else accepted it for me. It's like, oh my God. I was like, I cannot believe that happened.
That's so
but it was
funny.
exciting at the same time. Is that not what happens to divas?
Exactly. The diva can't be bothered to come out of the green room, so I am here to accept it on her behalf.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. It was hilarious. I was like, what? They was like, yeah, we accepted it for you because, they were calling you. I was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. But I was glad to receive it. And I have met so many really great people here, really.
Yeah.
Lisa Gay is one of them.
Lisa Gay is fantastic.
Yes.
Is so fantastic.
Is just an angel, so friendly, so loving and caring,
and giving, like, oh, let me introduce you to this person. Yeah.
And she just loves to, she loves loving people. She just loves loving people, and that's great. And the first time we met, it was love at first sight.
Yeah, she's awesome. Well, for
her and I.
For our listeners, Lisa Gay is an exceptionally fabulously talented singer based here in Vegas. And as a matter of fact, she's actually been a guest here on the show. I want to say she did like our third or fourth show.
Wow.
Yeah, and I want to talk about Lisa, and I want to talk about this project that we've been working on with Lisa, but I want to back up because I want to get all into your time in Europe and your time in Italy and your store and your products and all of that. But walk me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I do my research.
I was getting ready to say, oh my goodness, you have really done your research, okay?
but let's take me on the journey to Italy. So you were born in Nashville. Were you raised in Nashville? Or no, you were raised in Connecticut, I believe, right?
That's right.
See?
That's right. I was raised in Connecticut, and I actually, you know how we do. After I travel, I was here and there and lived in L.A. a little while and here and there. And then I ended up, to fast forward, I ended up living in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. Did you ever do New York? Just out of curiosity, since you were in Connecticut, did you ever spend time in New York, or did you like?
Well, you know what? I went to New York just to